First of all, it's cash only.
It can be thrilling.
That's unbelievable. I got 100.
Fast-paced.
3 back here.
Bidding on one of the most popular auction items across the country.
Sold.
Storage units. But if you're not careful,
this ain't the big score, that's for sure.
I got 110 going.
You could end up losing your savings. Columbus auctioneer Rhonda DeGennaro tells me the crowds at her auctions have more than tripled in the last 2 years.
On the average lately, there's been somewhere between 60 and 80 people showing up at the auction.
Thanks to the top-rated reality shows about storage auctions.
Back in the day, before the shows, a lot of people showing up might have been 12 people. Got 6 and I need 6 1/4.
Rhonda's been an auctioneer for the past 10 years, but she's been buying these units for more than 30 years, and she's seen the ups and downs of this phenomenon.
You never know what you're going to get. It's exciting.
She says buying a storage unit is a gamble.
You're buying to clean out somebody else's unit.
Because these are people who fell behind on rental payments. This is one she just bought.
That's kind of pretty.
She's letting me help her rummage through some of the boxes.
Whatever you want out, just be careful you don't get hurt.
It may look like a pile of trash to some.
That's not a hot item, a used heating pad.
But for bargain hunters, the search is on to find a treasure.
I got a chinchilla fur coat last year, which when I do my auctions in the wintertime, I wear that fancy coat to the auctions.
So the payoff does happen.
I was between hip surgeries. I only had $250 to my name, and I went to an auction and I bought a unit for $90. I found a $10 gold piece. I found stamps, and I had love letters from the late 1800s to the early 1900s.
She sold the contents for $5,000.
It saved me. It was a godsend.
But huge profits don't happen every day. After digging through her boxes and boxes.
Wow, cool. More CDs. That's moneymakers. Thought it was a Hawaiian skirt.
And finding some pretty unusual stuff.
This is an umbrella for a patio. It's so bizarre, some of the stuff you get.
Reality sets in. We haven't found that gem.
I bought 14 units in the last 5 weeks, and I haven't hit profit yet. So it's like gambling.
So before you gamble, Rhonda says make sure you have enough money to cover your losses. When you're at an auction, you never know what you'll get. Bidders don't get to go inside the unit. They can only glimpse from the outside. And the experienced bidders I found bring flashlights. Danielle and Rob Pettit bought 2 units during this Southeast Side auction. They spent $600 on this one. They wanted it for the jewelry.
Just crazy things you'll find that are worth money.
Once you buy a storage unit, you have 48 hours to clean it out. These experts tell me they don't let the merchandise just sit. Know where you're going to sell it.
Then it's your job to, put it on eBay or Craigslist, answer 20, 30, 40 emails a day.
Rhonda sells her stuff also at flea markets. So if you're looking to turn a profit, there's definitely work involved. But for Rhonda, she wouldn't have it any other way.
Once you get started, you can't stop.
Even just how much?
Snap after snap.
Good.
Megan Muncie models for the camera. Hard to believe, she used to hate having her picture taken.
I just thought there was no hope for me.
Even harder to believe, the bubbly 16-year-old sitting here used to look like this. A shy teenager, 135 pounds heavier. At 14 years old, she was pre-diabetic with serious health problems.
I had knee problems and back problems and ankle problems.
And her classmates were brutal about her weight.
I really didn't want to go to school. I got teased every day in middle school.
Megan's mother, Debbie, began worrying that history was repeating itself.
I had been overweight since I was little. I knew what she was going through. And I thought, we've got to do this. It's got to change.
Megan started the Healthy Weight program at Nationwide Children's Hospital. With diet and exercise not working, she and her mother made a dramatic decision for Megan to have gastric bypass surgery.
People who have that operation can expect to lose about a half a pound to a pound a day for the first 18 to 24 months after that operation.
Dr. Mark Mikulski is the surgical director of the Center for Healthy Weight and Nutrition at Children's. He says decisions about surgery are not made overnight.
Our patients undergo a very rigorous medical assessment that usually takes several weeks to several months to complete.
Patients only qualify if they're more than 100 pounds overweight. They also need documented proof that they've tried to lose weight through a medically supervised program. But Dr. Mikulski says when teens are that obese, it's difficult for diet and exercise to do the trick.
The ability to lose a significant amount of weight on your own or through medical weight loss is really, really very low.
The hospital offers 3 surgical options for teens: gastric bypass, a gastric sleeve, or a gastric band. All 3 have significant risks that are weighed before surgery. The procedures limit the amount of food patients take in at one time. In the beginning, weight loss is dramatic.
I think in the first month I lost 30 or 40 pounds.
How would you sit in the chair?
2 years after her surgery, Megan is eating 5 small meals a day, and sugar is a no-no. That means no more Twix bars, her favorite.
It was hard at first, especially around Halloween, because I had a major breakdown the first Halloween after that.
But she's stuck with it and has had some major breakthroughs.
The first thing I really noticed, it was school, because the year before I couldn't really fit in the desk at my school. And then last year when I went back, I could fit in the desk.
Hold at your waist level.
And her mom says it's like she's a whole new person.
It's like a butterfly, opening up where she was always in a cocoon, and now she's that butterfly that has her wings open and she can go anywhere and do anything she wants.
Her mother, so inspired, she's preparing for her own gastric bypass surgery now. As for Megan, she notices differences every day.
I can run a lot faster. I can run a further distance.
Now she's running towards a future she never thought she'd have. At Nationwide Children's Hospital, Megan McCorkle, ABC 6 News.
Always a good time at Blimpie Burger, 53 years young, by the way. There's nothing like that friendly greeting.
I need you guys to step back outside right now. Causing a fire hazard by blocking the doors, and everyone in the hallway needs to go back outside.
You'll stand in line for the greasiest burger you've ever consumed, with a big cheer on top.
That's it! Yeah! Go Blue! Yeah!
DeVee Askew runs the grill, takes your order, and keeps the customers well entertained.
So what do? You just walk around with him?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm just his sidekick, that's all.
Okay, you're not nobody famous that I don't know, right?
No, he played for O State.
O State, okay. Yeah. You used to?
Yeah, used to. Now, would you care about that?
No. Money's green, baby.
DeVee's kind of spunky, isn't she?
She is, man. She is. And she doesn't play. Don't mess up her line, don't lean on her tables.
Don't yell cheddar.
Right. I can't believe fried eggs on a hamburger tastes this good.
You're going to have to run 6 miles on Monday, don't you?
Yeah, I'm going to have to run 6 miles tonight.
New equipment, exotic classes, and back to basics. Hollywood's hottest workouts are now available right here in Central Ohio.
Absolutely. I think this is one of the new hot things.
Want to get fit like singer Mary J. Blige, Saints quarterback Drew Brees, and supermodel Gisele Bundchen?
You want to make sure that you always have body resistance on the TRX straps.
TRX suspension may be the thing for you.
Good. Really push through the heel of that foot.
The Human Forum in West Columbus, one of the only local gyms featuring TRX classes, the workout becoming more popular every day.
They started out just as 1 or 2 classes a week with a couple of people, and it has grown incredibly over the last couple of years. More calls each week than I've ever experienced before.
And clients are seeing big results.
Definitely within my arms and shoulders, and I feel my balance is so much better compared to where I started out.
TRX hits all the major muscle groups.
Coming in and doing a half an hour, 45-minute workout, I get a full body workout.
I gave it a try. With nylon straps in hand, an instructor leads us through a tough series of exercises, and it doesn't take long to feel the burn. But if you want to look like Gisele, better keep at it. Looking for a workout that's a walk on the wild side? Follow in the footsteps of Kate Hudson, Terry Hatcher, and Paris Hilton. Pole dancing is quickly becoming an extreme sport.
99.9% of my students that walk in here, I'm bored at the gym. I don't want to do the same thing all the time.
That's why Kylie Grody started coming to Infinity Dance and Wellness.
My entire life I played sports, but I came to here and I'll wake up next morning with muscles that hurt I didn't even know existed.
But before you can fly, you've got to walk.
From day one, you're doing very, very, very basic exercises to help build strength.
Instructor Valerie Schrader teaches the beginner lesson for me, starting with stretches for your arms, abs, back, and legs. Then it's on to the fun stuff.
Clear. Stepping out. Good.
A specific step gets you around the pole. Then you can start to spin, which takes strength, control, and grace. 3 things I need to work on. From the pole to the bar. You don't have to be a ballerina to get a dancer's body.
It's the fastest, most effective way to change the shape of your body.
Kelly Ripa, Zoe Deschanel, and Drew Barrymore turned to Pure Barre to whip their bodies into shape. It's a workout based on ballet and Pilates.
And it's such a different workout that even if you run marathons, triathlons, people like that struggle with it.
I got a Pure Barre private lesson.
Now just pulse down. It's pulse and pulse.
Tiny, isolated movements target your arms, abs, seat, and thighs. Even the warm-up tough to take.
We work our muscles to fatigue and then we stretch it right back out to create long lean muscles instead of the bulk.
People usually see results after just 10 classes. 9 more to go before I hit Black Swan status. So whether you want a military-style group workout, a daring high-flying spin, or a blast from your ballet past, there's a new extreme workout built just for you. Megan McCorkle, Fox 28 News.
They are the backbone of any hospital.
Take a listen to you.
At a nationwide children's hospital, they are the caregivers who not only are there when a child is born, but there to comfort a child who is dying.
It's tough, I'm not gonna lie. It is
Kim
hard.
Stamper is one of Children's Hospital's hospice nurses. Only an ABC6 camera was allowed to go with her as she and nurse Julie Davis went on their home visits, treating the patients they know are going to die.
It's hard, and there's no easy answer.
The idea that a child might die is difficult even for the nurses to grasp.
Big breath.
But they serve an important role for the families, helping them confront the unthinkable.
I don't think we could do it without the help of hospice. We couldn't do it without their help.
Jenny and Andy Betts' daughter has Batten's disease, a rare and fatal neurodegenerative disorder.
There are no treatments and no cure for Batten disease.
Celia is now 4, and the couple isn't sure how much time they have left with their daughter.
There's some Buckeye pictures that I like.
Of course, it's not always been like this. From these pictures, you can see the family had no idea what the future held. Celia, a baby full of smiles.
Had a really great first year of life. She walked, she talked, she sang, she danced.
But by the time their daughter turned 15 months old, the trouble started. Doctors diagnosed her with Batten's disease, and the family knew they were on borrowed time. Immediately, they turned to hospice.
Hospice has been incredible for us.
The nurses take pride in getting to know each of their patients and their families.
The whole hospice team helped us find the right combination of medications to control her seizures and her pain and her discomfort.
Kim tells me she holds her patients' hands. She has cried with the family. She is there to help make a terminally ill child feel comfortable. And because of the intimate time she spends with them, she says it's easy to become attached to these special children.
The longer we're there, the more we get to know the family, the more that they touch you.
Saying goodbye for her is just as heartbreaking as it is for the child's family.
You know, I am a mother, and I couldn't imagine going through what they're going through.
So why deal with a broken heart?
I let myself cry because I don't know how you couldn't, because it is hard. I have to try to think about the positive. For me, I just have to look at it as I'm helping them.
Certainly not a job anyone can do, but one that's invaluable.
We try to enjoy the time that we have with her, and we appreciate hospice's help keeping her comfortable.
Caring for a child when it's needed the most. In Columbus, I'm Maria Durant, ABC6 News.